ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 334. Shout out me.
Ooh.
November 23rd. Shout out Tex.
Shout out BMO and you. 33-34.
2025. We are the Millie Goats. I'm AK. Edge is here. Tex is here. J-Vi is on his way here. Let us be the first to wish you and yours a happy National Cashew Day. Speaking of nuts, how about the Rams putting theirs all over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now? This is a complete and utter shellacking. And Chris Collinsworth in the booth has so much lotion all over himself. Insert all the Randy Marsh memes. He is talking about how Stafford, they thought he wasn't going to play, and he's his agent, and he's looking left, and he's looking right, and he's looking down the middle, and oh my God, Chris Collinsworth. Shut up, dude. His back was never hurt. You don't just miraculously, all of a sudden, my sciatic's gone. No, that's not how it works. Okay, Chris Collinsworth, Matt Stafford, I'm on to you. Matthew, I'm sorry. You can't even Google Matt Stafford without having to type in Matthew Stafford. Anyway,
all right, so that's the way to start a show right there.
You want a Matt Stafford rant right out of the gate?
Matt Stafford and sciatica and all this other stuff. Yeah, I don't even know what doctor talk. Anyways.
It doesn't matter.
Tex, how you doing, buddy?
Are you Undertaker gift right now?
I have never been riding higher than I am right now for the Cowboys. There's never been a time where I've been more excited about Thanksgiving Day. There's never been a time that I have wished for a Cowboys Thanksgiving game. There's never been a time that I've been so excited about the end of November for Cowboys football as I am right now, because I am feeling really good, boys. I'm feeling
you're feeling really good. You're looking really good, and then you know they're gonna let you down. That's what's gonna happen.
I got to check the schedule, but I feel like that the Eagles are gonna lose to the Giants next time they play them, but they have to play them again.
Jameis are scrappy. We're gonna get into that, but Jameis.
Give me a Jameis Winston Giants team any day. That was the most electric football all week outside of Cowboys.
They were shocked by Jackson Dart, and then they get to watch Jameis Winston. Incredible.
Hey, right. We're playing inside, but we're outside.
Oh my gosh, dude. That guy. I hope he never retires. I hope he plays longer than Tom Brady.
Oh, Lord.
Look, this is the football episode. It's a football mega show on Sunday nights where we go through college football and we go through the NFL. We talk about picks. We talk NFL Week 12, college football Week 13. We're going to get to all of it. Lots to talk about. We also want to say it's one of the greatest weeks of the year, boys. Happy Thanksgiving week. Yep. By the time people listen to the podcast, if you're listening to the podcast, subscribe, rate, review, like, all that stuff. And if you're listening to YouTube, just click the subscription button.
Oh, they've already lost to the Giants once.
Yeah. So.
Yes.
Yep. And on top of that, what better way to take a drive to go back and see, whoever your parents or your in-laws or whatever you're going to do for Thanksgiving, then clicking on the old Millie Goats icon up there on your podcast, wherever you get it from, and just let us go for a ride with you.
Go, baby, because we're going to put out a show this week, too. I don't know if we're going to do it Wednesday night or maybe record it Tuesday night because I have to travel Wednesday. So we're going to have to discuss that.
Are the nails to build a house of failure?
No, they're not, because I don't want to record it in my sister-in-law's house at that time. I don't want to have to bring all my stuff with me. And normally I do. I mean, I will. If that's what we have to do, that's what I will do. I've shown in the past. I will record from anywhere, literally.
Hey, J-Vi always travels with a mic.
So I always bring – I got portable mics in my truck. Just in case. The little Bluetooth mics, always in there.
I will say, though, hold on. Before you go to the next thing, hold on. It's exciting that it's this week, but it's also a sad time right now.
Yes, it's sad.
You know why it's sad? You know why it's sad?
Yeah.
The camper is now sitting in the driveway and not Clemson.
Worst year Clemson's had since you bought that camper.
Yeah, well, most epic time my family's had, so it's all that matters.
Well, okay, there you go. Fair trade. And your son, that was awesome.
It was very a surreal moment when I hooked up to it, and I was like, and I saw the campground kind of clear out. I was like, damn, another season's down.
That's another one.
It's over. Like, you got Carolina game next, Clemson Carolina game. hopefully we get the Jameis Winston W's up in the house on that one. And dude, I mean, they're already talking about next year and stuff. I was like, wow, this is quick,
No, there's still lots of football. Just some teams are going to be playing meaningful football. Some teams aren't. That's just the way it is. But Thanksgiving, beautiful. This is B. McCormick's here. He's talking about fried turkey. So, we recording in front of a live virtual audience. So if you hear us shouting out B. McCormick and BMO and some others that come in here. Also, shout out to B. Knox. I don't know if he's listening, but he sent me a message and he said, a lot of people reach out about us doing this podcast because they're like, I think it's awesome that you guys do that. It's hilarious. I love that you guys still have all that creativity and the will to hang out like that. I'm like, every time somebody sends me one of those messages on social media, if somebody I haven't talked to in years, that they find it reconnects us with that person.
That's right.
Like it really does.
That's why we do it. That's why we do it.
It started another group chat with TJ and Josh where it's like they were on the show laughing at us and we're laughing at them. We're yelling at each other. Now we got a group message and we talk about football on Sundays. It's like the whole point of the show was not to be like most people are like, you guys, why do they give you guys podcast equipment? It's like, it's not for you. It's for us.
Yeah.
For us to meet together twice a week to yell about our teams. That's what it's about.
You're more than welcome to decide what infiltrates your ears.
Yeah.
Right. And if you don't like it, hey, it's not for you. It's not for everybody. But for the people that like it and we connect and start texting again and, getting the group chats and, old friends and stuff, man, dude, it's what it's for.
Well, we're all part of – look, we all grew up being in locker rooms to some degree, right? If you were an athlete, if you were a military, whatever. The bond, what you miss about sports is that.
That's right.
And the whole point of this was being like, we miss that. How do we get that again when we can't all be together all the time, like being in the locker room 12 hours a day?
Yeah.
Well, we have a virtual locker room, and we're sitting in our basements and we're looking at each other on a screen talking about football. So, Tex, Manuel is here. Welcome, Manuel. He says, "Go Cowboys." I don't know whose hat is older. Baby. I don't know whose hat is older, mine or Texas, but I'm pretty sure they're probably around about 20 to 30 years old.
Yeah.
Speaking of
mine's
hats.
older. I think mine's older because I was a fan of the Cowboys and I got this hat before you were ever a fan of the Niners. So
I was a fan of the Niners whenever I was 7 or 8 years old.
Nope. It was 94. So that put you at what?
7 years old.
Maybe 7 years old. Maybe
7 years old, buddy.
But you were mentally much younger.
Look, speaking of hats, shout out Third Go right here. The little Tigers logo right there. Third Go is the old unit, old South Carolina Air National Guard, flying F-16s.
Shout out.
For those of you that don't know, it's usually 2 goes a day until some jackass pilot or some asshole in the ops says, hey, we're going to do a third go, and everybody's pissed and tired and hungry. So shout out to the boys at the South Carolina Air National Guard.
Let's go.
And thanks old Rob Tool there for the hat. He came over to the camper last night and drank a couple cold beers with me and talking about old times and the brotherhood that's in the military. And, of course, we start texting people and they're fans of, we got a buddy that's a Florida Gators fan. So we had to text him and tell him how crappy his team was. And, we got another buddy who's a Alabama fan. So we text him and tell him how crappy his team is. And it's just great, man. It's one of those things.
That's what football's all about.
It's all about it, man. I mean, veterans
better than yours. That's all I need to know.
Yeah. Veterans and people that, played sports before. It's just something about where nothing says, hey, you're my brother, and just let me talk absolutely shit to you.
Yes.
Stop.
That's right. If I'm not talking trash to you, we're not friends. Hey, look, there you go, Edge. Everything, y'all.
Raw.
Let's go. Cannon. What's going on? Papa John's up in here. Manuel's from Austin, Texas, by the way, Tex. Papa John's here. He says, what's better than the Texans defense winning versus Josh Allen or the Cowboys overcoming a 21-point lead to win? Papa John, we got a Bills fan who's not here. He's not showing his face yet, but we also have a Cowboys fan who's right here. And for me, I think it was the Texas defense absolutely destroying Josh Allen. That was so funny, dude. To watch him be as dominant as he was last week and to be completely neutralized, watching the Bills just get just smoked. So, but there you go, Candace from Moody, Texas.
Nice.
So, man, we're having a good time in here. Let's go. Let's get to some football. Come on. First, B. McCormick, Christmas. One of these days, you're going to get one of these hats. Go. We got a couple of these hats left. Reach out via social media. Just go to the Millie Goats anywhere, either Instagram or Twitter. Any of them. We got these hats for sale. Tell you how to pay for them. We'll send them to you right to your doorstep. Shout out Howdy Hats at howdy.hats.enc. She's the one that builds these magnificent headwear, and she's awesome. So, Howdy Hats. Okay, where do we start? We have to start somewhere. I forget. Hold on. We have to go somewhere. Oh, we go to our teams, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are just tuning in, shout out B. McCormick. He's giving Tex a hard time. We talk about our teams first.
I don't know why. We won. We not even just a win. It was a comeback win, a decisive win, a defensive win, an offensive win. We won. I mean, we beat the crap. But there was no movement of the ball at all by the Eagles in the second half.
Dude, I'm gonna lay down a pretty quick synopsis of that game here in a second. But for everybody who's tuning in who's new on YouTube, we're gonna give you a little rundown here. I'm AK, so I'm a 49ers fan. I don't have anything to talk about. Niners play tomorrow night. Revenge game, CMC, Bryce Young. Now the Panthers looks like they're going to get a shot to lead the division, not up in the 49ers' house. We don't have to talk about that game. J-Vi is a no-show right now. The Bills.
In other words, we'll talk about it on Wednesday night once the Panthers smack them.
There he is, dude. There he is. Tex and ButchP are Cowboys fans. DYLON, who pops in from time to time, he is a Vikings fan. Edge is a Panthers and Clemson fan, and then we're all App State. Go, P. McCormick. There he is.
Thank you.
We're going to talk. Hey, we're going to give you
a for B. McCormick. The cream always rises to the top.
Woo! Look, here we go. We're at the Cowboys' massive comeback win. Do we want to go Bills first, or do we want to be sad or happy? Do we let Tex gloat and then rain all over J-Vi?
No, let's go Bills Mafia.
I want to hear the sadness. Let's go.
Okay, all right. Here
what's
we go.
there to be sad about?
What do you mean? What's there to see? Hold on now.
We still have the whole season in front of us. We're still in the playoffs. What's there to be sad about? I'm not living in the past. This happened 4 days ago. I moved on. App State won. I was done with football for a couple days. I quit football. But now I'm back because App State won. And what's there to be sad about, boys? We've moved on. The grass is still greener. And the Bills are still in the playoffs. We have the whole season in front of us. We hold the keys to our own destiny.
You are that meme of that dog just peeing all over the floor right now. You're that gif of the dog just pissing himself in a puddle of his own piss right now. The Bills are in shambles. They lose 23-19 at Houston. And my gosh, is that the biggest ASS kicking you've ever seen on a Thursday night? Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson.
Pretty bad.
They were eating lunch in the Bills' backfield the entire night, dude.
I mean, Will Anderson is a football player.
Freak.
No, they were eating lunch off of Sean's butt cheeks. I mean, it was like one of those weird Japanese dinners. They undressed him, laying out there eating sushi off of. Oh yeah, dude. Look, eating right off of his body.
I'm telling you this right now. This is who is to blame for this, and it's the University of Wyoming.
Exactly. I had that slide.
Because the University of Wyoming decides the Bills have a Thursday game, so J.A. will have a couple days off. Let's retire his jersey. Let's be honest here, boys. J.A. 1,010% deserves to have his jersey retired, although he didn't have that great of a record at Wyoming. But you can't retire people's jerseys until they're done playing.
True.
It's just a fact. So the fact that they sabotage
didn't Shedeur have his jersey retired as soon as he
graduated? And look at him. And they sabotaged our game against the Texans. And you know what? The icing on the cake was Wyoming lost their game too. Serves them right. How do you lose a game on retirement day?
Here's the question: was it senior day?
Wyoming's fault.
If they lost a senior day game too, that's bad. Wyoming's got to rethink their jersey retirement process. Well, they may never get anybody to retire. They probably got excited, but that's not the question at hand here. Here's the question at hand: has Josh Allen? I mean, his wife said he's more than a football player. He said his wife said he's more than a football player. But also, did he get what he wanted? He got an MVP. Is that what he wants? Is that what he wanted? Does he not want the Super Bowl?
No,
Is he
wants the
completely
Super
content
Bowl.
about the
He
name on
knows
the
what the
back?
Super Bowl means to Buffalo. He wants the Super Bowl.
He knows what to say. I mean, he says all the right things.
Honest to God's truth. Honest to God's truth. This is how I really feel about it right now because I'm still a little upset about it. Is I think that the Bills have an Andy Reid in Philadelphia situation. I think McDermott's run his course here, and
you can't.
We're
you
wasting
can't let Davis
Josh
Mills
Allen.
Go down the field as a defensive head coach.
If you're the head coach and you're the play caller, you can't let the backup quarterback go down the field in a minute and 20 seconds and score a touchdown before half. I mean, that decided the game.
Yeah, that was it.
I get it. The Texans scored 3 points in the second half, and you don't want to, put it on the defense, but him not getting a stop or at least just 3 points right there at the end of the half, the Bills aren't winning the middle eight. In all three losses, we're not winning the middle eight. We're losing the turnover battle, not winning the middle eight, and we just haven't gotten better. We've done nothing to improve our team. We've had the same offensive line for 3 years now, and they've given up more 3+ game sacks, 3 sacks per game, more times this year than we have in the last 2 years combined.
Dawkins looks slow, and Spencer Brown
was playing hurt. I mean, that guy couldn't push on that one sack. He tried to shoulder the guy down to the ground because he couldn't extend his right
arm.
Cat.
Like he was a cat.
And he was hurt. He
rubs up against you.
He was hurting our team. And they finally realized that and took him out. But it's just,
How about that fourth down call when they handed James Cook the ball 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage?
And that's the thing is like McDermott is calling plays for the defense now, so you can say whatever you want, but he's not fully tuned into what the offense is doing. So I'm sure he saw those 4th down, 4th and 2. He's like, y'all need to go for it. And nobody on the offense was planning to go for it. James Cook was running off the field. And then it's like, then he had to run back on the field. Josh didn't get the play until 16 seconds left to go on the play clock. The headset shuts off. So it was just a scramble mode. We should have called a timeout, regrouped, and ran a decent play call instead of just trying to run, counter up the middle.
It was so bad. The defensive Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson have been in the backfield all night, and you run a delayed counter.
Yeah, I
asking for.
It was just miscommunication, and I think that happens when I don't know, heat of the game. Your head coach is calling plays and worrying about that, and I don't know. I really truly feel that we have an Andy Reid in Philadelphia situation.
Where's your Super Bowl?
And what I mean by that is Andy Reid was great in Philadelphia. He took them to NFC Championship multiple times with McNair, but eventually it just ran its course there without a Super Bowl win. Now he did make it to a Super Bowl. We haven't made it to a Super Bowl, but sometimes it's you can be a great program builder, but you can't take them to the next step, similar to James Franklin and Penn State. And it's just sometimes things run their course. The problem is our owner's not going to fire anybody. He doesn't get rid of anybody. He's had the Sabres GM for like 6 years, and the Sabres hadn't made the playoffs in 14 years.
They scored 8 goals the other night, though.
But they haven't made the playoffs in 14 years. They've had the same GM for 6 years.
Well,
I was like, dang, Sabres put some goals up.
The question is, has McDermott had a losing season?
I think his first year they had a losing season.
The question is where's your Super Bowl?
That's how they got Josh Allen.
Where's it at? Do you think there's still
Where's our Super Bowl game?
Are you still think it's Super Bowl this year?
This is normally a part of the season where we start to get, the wheels start going a little faster. This is like where we start to play harder. Josh starts to run the ball more.
All AAA.
Josh starts to run the ball a little more. So this is about the time of the season where those motors start revving up. But we play the Bengals in a couple weeks or next week. No, we play the Steelers next week. Then we play the Bengals. Then we play the Patriots. We have hard games that we're going to have to be up for and win.
What about Houston? Can they make a run? Well, the Colts lost, and I think they play They play the Colts, I think, coming up. So, Houston, quarterback controversy. How mad was C.J. Stroud in that video?
Dude, I was so mad.
But that defense, dude, holy cow! Bullock was all over the place. They're nasty. So
yeah, if their defense can stay healthy, I mean, it'd be like the Ravens in 2000 when they won it. Like the offense just got to get 20 points, and the defense can do the rest.
Stupid. So, anyways, Bills lose. That was hilarious. Anything else? Edge, Tex. Any other questions? Bills related.
Do the Bills have a running game?
Yes. It's the best part of their offense. Yes.
They do. They lead the league in the rushing. Second is the Bears. I was looking it up.
Who's the team's leading rusher?
Cook. He's got over 1,000 yards already.
Yeah, he's having a really good year, Texas.
Okay. Let me ask you another question.
Yeah, get him. Get him.
If that's the case, is it Josh Allen?
Because if they can run the ball, then what's left?
They can run the ball.
What's left?
I don't think it's. I think it's widely known. I think it's widely known that the Bills' wide receivers have the worst separation rate in the league.
Okay, so
it's the wide receiver's fault, Tex. But last year it was always doing it with nobody. I see how it is.
Well, Matt Collins got open, actually. Gabe Davis is actually getting open.
Who is between Josh Allen and Brock Purdy? Which of the two of them has had more game-winning drives this season?
Well, the last time Brock Purdy played, they scored 41.
I mean, no. They had Brock.
Well, and Tex, Josh Allen has won. Josh Allen has won more games as a married man his first season after getting married than Brock Purdy did.
So we can say
he may miss the playoffs.
Without a doubt,
the Chiefs are coming, buddy.
I will say this: what is the most infuriating thing that I see week in and week out is today the Bengals with a backup quarterback, no Jamar Chase, T. Higgins gets out, their third wide receiver gets hurt and is out. And they are still throwing fade routes and getting separation and winning the one-on-one battles on the outside against the DBs and catching balls. And it's just the most frustrating, infuriating thing because the Bills haven't done that in 30 weeks.
Does Josh Allen not throw a good fade ball?
I don't think he does. I've said that before. I don't think he does because he doesn't put enough air on it.
He's not.
It's more of a frozen rope, and he doesn't put enough air on it, so the receiver can't adjust to it.
You never see him throw a back shoulder. That's a good sign.
That's all he throws. That's all he throws to Keon Coleman, because Keon Coleman can't get in front of the DB.
He was, the tight end was open. Now that's the biggest issue is that Dalton Kincaid keeps getting hurt, and that's the dude he really likes to throw the football to. He's the chest.
Stays hurt. That dude stays hurt.
Yeah. Drake May won more games in his first year as a married man than both of them.
That is facts.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I do have it right here. Josh Allen, Drake May, Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers, quarterbacks that got married in 2025.
Okay. Allegedly Aaron Rodgers. We don't know. Nobody's seen her.
Yeah.
Bill's done. We move on to Tex. Do you want to say how about them Cowboys really loud into your microphone?
How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Let me whisper it in your ear. How about them Cowboys?
NPR that thing. Okay.
All Jerry Jones like.
Let me tee you.
How about them Cowboys?
Insufferable. Let me tee you up here. The Philadelphia Eagles come into Dallas. I got a whole here. I got it. Philadelphia Eagles. They come out. A.J. Brown touchdown. We think this is A.J. Brown game. Then there's a blocked punt that got tipped by the Cowboys. And then they get the running into the kicker. They don't call it. They don't challenge it. Eagles get the ball. They go down. They score again. Kevontae Turpin fumbles. All hell is breaking loose. The wheels are coming off of Dallas. It's 21-0 before you can blink. Dak throws an interception on the on the goal line. Horrible throw. He's trying to get a touchdown to CeeDee Lamb. That was after a false start. So the Cowboys are imploding. Everything's going to crap. Dak almost throws another INT, and then he did throw an INT. So Then the refs miss an offensive pass interference against CeeDee Lamb because Dak dropped it in the bucket. Okay. Then we get the comeback starts. Okay. Dallas, George Pickens in triple coverage. Absolute man-child of a catch right there. Up above three dudes, towering and levitating above everybody like football Jesus. Then Saquon gets the ball punched out. Then we get a muff punt by Philly. All-time effort play. J-Bot sent the video from that guy Clark.
Yeah, that good, dude. He got trucked to start the play, knocked down again, pushed down again, and then comes back and dislodges the ball with a textbook tackle.
That play will be shown in every single special teams meeting tomorrow.
It's exactly what you want out of a special teams player. Dude,
incredible.
It was awesome.
Well, if you're going to save your season, it's got to come from something like that. Then you had CD drop the touchdown pass. They miss a 4th and goal. Everybody's scratching their heads what they're doing on that 4th and goal. You remember that?
Yeah.
Idiots. They throw like a little dirt pass to Jake Ferguson on the goal line. And then Philly, they don't get anything done. Dallas comes down. Sick play design to George Pickens to free him up at the end of the game. They run a motion with Kevontae Turpin from left to right. As soon as they know it's man coverage, he snaps the ball, and the man coverage that's on Turpin runs into Quinyon Mitchell. George Pickens catches a slant, gets into field goal range. Brandon Aubrey nails it. Tex, how you feeling? The end of that game was nuts. 24-21. Cowboys win. 5-5-1. Eagles 8-3.
Everything in the first half that could have gone wrong went wrong. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm driving home from Raleigh. I'm, I almost don't even want to turn the TV on whenever I get home because I'm like, man, 21-0. Do I really want to do it to myself? I'm thinking, no. The boys need this game. They're going to come back and win. Feel it. So I turn it on. I'm like, all right. And so I settle in for the second half. And they come out and score. Then they score again. And I'm like, all right. And I'm at this point, I make my son, I'm like, hey, man, this is a pretty good game now. The Eagles, the Cowboys are making this game. He's like, okay, I'll watch, but they're probably going to beat the Cowboys anyways. Like, all right. So then I made him sit there and watch that whole game with me. And he's been recruiting cousins. He's been converting them to Eagles fans. So he's got his little brothers now Eagles fan, and his little cousin, his little 3-year-old cousin is now an Eagles fan. And we ripped their heart out tonight. It made me feel really good as a father and an uncle to know that I stomped on those boys' hearts, just like every other Eagles fan's heart. So who's watching that game, who's out there, oh, the birds fly, Eagles fly. You know what? Die, Eagles, die.
Dude, that game was awesome. The fact that the Eagles didn't score, they scored 21 points and didn't score the rest of the game.
Hey, question, J-Vi. Dak for MVP?
No. He's been benched twice already this season.
He has been benched twice. Get out of here, dude.
Hey,
I will say this, though. Having watched the Cowboys the previous week, I was telling one of my coworkers, I was like, I really think the Cowboys did a very good job at the trade deadline, and Pickens is unbelievable.
Unreal.
Like they have the possibility to make a run in the second half of the season and make the playoffs. And then we get on the plane and look at the score, and it's 21-0. I was like, forget everything that I said. But hey, they played well in the second half. Pickens is absolutely unbelievable. I cannot believe the Steelers got rid of Pickens.
What a dumb. I
can't believe it.
I retweeted that tweet. I sent out the tweet, I think 2 weeks ago. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a Keyshawn Johnson, Randy Moss, diva wide receiver. Like he wants the ball, and if you give him the ball a few times and let him score, he's gonna be happy. Let him give him a chance.
The guy gets open. He's probably one of the top, go up and get it pass catchers in the league. I mean, that guy catches ridiculous balls, and he puts his body on the line.
Oh yeah, he has no regard.
CeeDee Lamb made a lot of terrible drops today. Costly drops, costing him first downs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, even Tom Brady was kind of like, I don't know, like that's a pretty good throw. Hit him right in the breadbasket.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a new wide receiver one in Dallas.
Yeah, there might be.
I mean, the Cowboys improved,
which is really what CeeDee Lamb's upset about.
Yeah.
The Cowboys improved their defensive line. I mean,
They were all
really
over
went
it.
out there and did it. I mean, because now they can stop the run to some degree.
Yeah,
the
and
Eagles'
they can get to the quarterback. I mean, that sack, that third down sack after the 2-minute warning. Dude, that was a huge play. I thought Jalen Hurts was going to get him too with another AJ Brown, 10 yard stop.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, somebody's help him over top and let that man jam him.
Let me tell you this: Dak has not lost a divisional home game since 2017. He's now 22-1 against divisional opponents at home.
Dude, give me Dak over Josh Allen any day.
Woo!
Ooh.
No.
Did you see him Superman in the end zone there?
I did see that.
I will say,
body on the line.
I will say, they're just a funny watch because they will do stuff where you're like, "Are you kidding me?" Them and the Jags, I can't figure. The Jags are impossible to watch, but they saved Thanksgiving. I have to give them credit. The Cowboys saved Thanksgiving because that Chiefs-Cowboys game at 4:00, holy, is gonna be.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be electric.
Oh,
that's good plays. Wow.
Give me the dudes jumping in the Salvation Army thing, getting fined. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Give me. Where's the Salvation Army thing?
Yeah.
That's a playoff game.
It is.
I mean, it's a legit playoff game.
You start with Detroit and Green Bay, then you get well, it still means a lot. Dallas, Kansas City, and then we get Ravens, Bengals, which sucks. If the Bengals would have won today, that game would have meant something, but they blew it. But anyways, Cowboys win. Anything else to say, Tex? Are you back? Are you playoff?
The Cowboys, the Cowboys can still win the division. They got to beat the Redskins and the Giants.
Okay.
Because if they do that, they win the division.
They got to win more than 2 games to win the division.
No. That's it. They've already played everybody.
No, he's talking about the just straight up divisional record.
Yeah, you can have the best divisional record. Doesn't mean you win the division.
Record. We win the division. We win out. We win the division.
Idiot.
Dude, we got the best divisional record. We win the division.
How about the 49ers then? Will you admit that they're the best team in the NFC West?
No.
Because they have the best division. Okay. All right.
The Rams are.
No, by Texas logic, the 49ers have the best divisional record because they beat the Rams.
No.
Well, I already proved that wrong.
They're not better than them. But they're not better than them.
They are. They split with them. Okay. Next up is the Vikings. Really not much to say about this game. I wrote down a few things. JJ McCarthy stinks. This game was 10-6 at half, and JJ McCarthy threw 2 interceptions. If you're a Vikings fan, it's over. Is it over?
Dylon said that. Dylon said JJ McCarthy's not the guy.
Whoa, we have it in text. Quote. You got to put quote. Source.
What happened to Baker? Baker's out.
Oh, no.
Teddy Bridgewater game.
50 burger. Teddy Burgers. Look at him hyped up.
I think they benched Baker.
He's back there getting killed by this. Hey, Teddy, go back out there. Anyways, the Vikings, this game stunk. Their offense is awful. What was that interception? I didn't see. I saw you commented on it.
It was bad. He sidearmed it, threw it right to the linebacker.
Oh, hey, guess what, guys? Jordan Love was 14-21 for 139 yards. Mr. MVP, Jordan Love. They ran the football all over him, though. I don't really know what else to say about this game. Anything else?
Vikings are done.
They're in trouble. Again, release JJ McCarthy. Send him, let the 49ers sign him, rehab him, and then Kevin O'Connell can pick him up later. How about that? Baker is hurt. He hurt his shoulder. Gosh, Matt Stafford. I can't watch Matt Stafford play. Okay. Edge. Carolina or the Panthers play tomorrow night, so you're off the hook for that. But Furman, Clemson, win
for the purple.
Yep, for the purple, for the South, for state championship. Well, technically, South Carolina beat Coach.
It's the upstate championship.
Okay,
yeah.
Go ahead.
It's the upper state championship to go to the state championship.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, Clemson did great. I'm a firm believer now that if Cade is winning and having a good time, he is a great quarterback. But if you punch him in the mouth and you get after him and, he can't connect, he's the worst quarterback on the planet. So, I mean, they look really good. It was Herman. It wasn't like it was, LSU or anybody else that whooped our asses this year.
Okay.
But still,
they barely beat Western Kentucky.
Yeah. Well, you can't win them all. But it was a good win. It's just glad that we walked out of there with a W because it can make you nervous sometimes. I think Randall and TJ Moore had a great game. So, like I said, it's when Cade's on fire, he's on fire. When he's not, we're gonna take an L that game. So
I didn't realize he was a senior. I thought he was the junior.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of seniors on Clemson right now. It's
gonna get worse. How could it possibly get worse?
No, well, I don't know, man. We'll have to see. Maybe we can hit up the portal finally.
Holy cow, dude!
That
wasn't the highlight of the game, dude.
I was gonna say the portal came to Clemson with the highlight of the game in the upper deck and right in front of you.
Right in front of you. That was awesome.
And he made it on the big screen at the stadium too.
Phenomenal.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll send y'all that video here in a second. But
the tops off, Petey Pablo
twirl it around your head like a helicopter
has entered Clemson. Thanks to Oklahoma State, the original creators.
What a movement! What a movement! And then finally, App State, our boys, Black Saturday. Big win against Marshall. Shout out Marshall with the 61 stickers for Sean Clark on the back of their helmets. Classy move by them. They also were the first game after Helene last year. This was the 2005 National Championship reunion game, 20 years. Couldn't be there. I will not miss another one of those, I'll tell you that.
And it delivered.
Yes. Awesome pictures. Shout out TJ, Josh, all those guys for sending pictures. But they win on a walk-off field goal. Not walk-off, but an electric fourth quarter.
The way you describe walk-offs, it was a walk-off field goal.
But electric fourth quarter, they block a field goal, and they kick a field goal to get the lead. Just the place is going nuts. We're storming the field.
Couple of late turnovers.
Yep, a couple of late turnovers. Storm
I'll
fielding.
say this. I had on Saturday, I mean, I was working, so I was kind of watching the game on my phone while I was working. I had quit football on Saturday. The Bills get lost on Thursday. My bets lost on Friday. And App was losing on Saturday. I had quit football for the year. I was like, I'm done. I'm just not going to watch football anymore. And then App sent out the line, reeled me back in.
It takes one win, baby.
I couldn't turn them off. I can't turn them off. I don't know why, but I can't turn them off.
I can't either.
I believed, and they delivered.
Nice
so kudos to
fight,
them.
Dude. Fight. It's in the fight song. Go.
Makes me wonder if one of those guys got in their ass. One of those 05 guys got in their ass. Highway 80 was there. If somebody didn't have the Highway 80 sign, I'm upset if they didn't, because that was one of my favorite things seeing when he played.
Yep. Bettis. Awesome. That's the team's updates. Oh, wait, we have some memes here. Whoops. Man. Sorry, guys. Josh Allen, Spider-Man meme. Everywhere I go, I see his face, and it's just a picture of Will Anderson. Oh, yeah, I had this in there. Forever Cowboy, dude. He got Letterman jacketed. He got Letterman jacket. He was too worried about his damn Letterman jacket.
Well, he told somebody to make a beer snake, but I never saw the evidence of the beer snake. So Wyoming let him down. Wyoming let the Bills down. Totally Wyoming's fault for scheduling that. And then losing.
Look at him scapegoating everybody, the wide receivers. Now, he hasn't said it's Josh Allen's fault once this entire show.
That's my quarterback.
Also, shout out to the 2005 App State field.
Yep. Yeah. That was a field we grew up going to.
Yep. Some of y'all
That's
don't
how
remember.
I remember it.
Mm-hmm. That's a cool video, too, by the way. All right, let's salute some college. That's it for the team. So let's get into college football, and then we will talk the NFL Week 12 rundown. So let's do all our college football stuff. We're gonna hit the salute your sports. So everybody, wait, did you hit it? You're right, I did. You hit it. Do it again. Okay, salute sports. Let's talk college football. And Florida State is a bunch of idiots. Mike Norvell coming back for 2026 for on 3.
I think it's a smart move. Florida State is in desperate need of him.
You're biased.
He did great work for the program. You know, they got that huge win this year over Alabama.
Oh yeah, everybody forgets about that.
Yeah, I think he needs to stay there and go ahead and sign him for a 10-year contract.
Jimbo Fisher. Is his agent the same dude who was Brian Kelly and Jimbo Fisher's agent?
But might be, but go ahead and sign him because he's doing great for Florida State.
Also,
hey, by the way, I called that one.
Benedict, other college football news. This play from the Wingate Benedict game was absolutely insane.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you guys see this?
I saw that.
Insane.
Benedict was down 24-0.
Terrible. Yeah.
Wingate was up 24-0.
Oh my! Then they deserve to win this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heartbreaker for Wingate, my alma mater.
I text y'all and asked y'all what happened about it.
I didn't know. I had to look it up.
The guys behind me apparently were watching it on their phone, and it was like a TV commercial, you know, like while we were sitting in the stadium, and all of a sudden these guys behind us were just going crazy, and I was like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "It's the D2 championship. You wouldn't believe. You gotta look it up." Well, of course, I had terrible service in the stadium, so that's why I like text you. I'm like, "What just happened?"
We didn't know.
And next thing you know, they flashed the score up on the big board, and I'm like, "What just happened?" All of a sudden?
Dude, those poor guys from Wingate. Holy cow! It wasn't the championship. This is the first round of the playoffs. Also, shout out Big Cat. Every time the year ends in 5, a running back wins the Heisman.
Notre Dame guy.
Yep. So if you want some signs to point to Jeremiah Love, who is a freak show.
He had 8 rushes for 170 yards.
It's
like
insane.
20 yards a carry.
20 yards a carry.
That was a blowout game, dude. That was terrible.
Awful. Syracuse stinks. And then finally, the last bit of news for you in the games: LSU's finalizing an offer of roughly $90 million for Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffin. In addition, the Tigers would be offering roster cash worth about $25 million annually.
It's not confirmed though until after the Egg Bowl.
Well, they're just finalizing an offer. That's just the offer they're going to give him.
Right.
I mean,
He's
Ole Miss
an
can
idiot
match
if
it.
he goes. He's an idiot if he goes.
Yeah, I would agree, and I think it's a great, almost epic chess play by Lane Kiffin to sit there and say, "Hey, LSU, just send me an offer. Let's just talk about it." Knowing damn good and well he's going to go back to Ole Miss and be like, "$90 million sounds good, Ole Miss. $90 million sounds good," you know. And Ole Miss, this is the best that Ole Miss has had their program in the last, I don't know.
He hasn't done anything.
It doesn't matter. When has Ole Miss ever been relevant?
When Eli and Patrick Willis were there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And how long ago was that?
Early
20 years ago.
So
25 years ago.
They need motivation right now. He's bringing a little bit of life into the washed up old school SEC team to make them relevant again.
I just don't think he's doing anything. Like, he wouldn't be doing anything at LSU that he's not doing right now.
Look,
like he has one loss, and he has one loss this season. I mean, there's who's to say they don't make a run in the playoffs and win it all this year? Like, I just think that it's causing
Outside
a
of
lot of
money.
distraction for his team. Yeah, I mean that's the only thing that benefits. But like, what he doesn't need more money.
Tex, what are you doing right now?
Jesus,
Dude, we gotta-
Tex.
Thanks, dude. We
Oh,
got
there was a noise. There was a noise. I'm trying to
Dude, just straight up
Thank
Thank
garage
God you had
camera.
pants on.
hang on. Yeah, there's a noise. I gotta go look at something real quick. Hang on.
God,
There, you also forget too, though, that there's a reason why Coach Saban left Lane Kiffin on the tarmac and said you can find your own way home. Like, so
Yeah.
he's good, but he obviously ain't great, to make it an elite program. He's not a Dabo Swinney, he's not a Brett Venable.
Okay.
He's got a lot of growing to do. And
Is there any other Clemson coaches? A dude from Virginia.
Tony
You
Elliott,
want to name all?
Frank Howard,
I mean, let's
Tommy
go.
Bowden.
I
But
remember Tommy.
But I think, it's like I said, it's breathing life into Ole Miss program who for years have not been good. And they're excited about it. They're finally getting excited about football again. So he's going to stay. He's just going to get paid while he's there.
It's a brilliant move by him, though.
$90 million, dude. Holy cow.
Crazy.
Over
That's how
what
mad
though?
LSU is.
Over 10 years? Over
I don't
5
know.
years? Like
No, he's going to be the highest paid college football coach currently right now, whatever it is. So it'll probably be the next 5 years.
What if he just goes to Penn State? Wait, no.
No.
They haven't hired anybody.
No, he won't leave the SEC. He likes all the sorority chicks and cheerleaders.
What's he gonna do? He hasn't done it. Well, he doesn't care. He didn't care. So, all right. Here are the top 5 games that we gave you for Week 13. J-Bye.
yeah.
We start off with game number 1 on Friday night. Whenever you convinced everybody to sweat with you, sauna. You gave us the sauna.
I wrote no convincing argument. I wrote Hawaii plus 2.5.
And they got boat raced.
Look, I believed in Hawaii because they were coming off a bye week. UNLV had just played an overtime game against Utah State. Friday night game in a dome, so there's no weather for Hawaii. And look, Hawaii doesn't play well on the road. Hawaii plays well at home. So I just have to remember that moving forward.
Well, it doesn't take much for me to get hyped up about Hawaii. I'm always like, just tell me anything. I don't care. Like Hawaii, they had steak and chicken last night for dinner. Oh, I'm in. Hawaii. Give it to me. They had 98 yards of offense in the first quarter, then 98 penalty yards the rest of the game. They didn't score in the second half.
They hurt themselves.
And by the way, what a joke of a halftime show. They pre-recorded this thing to play at halftime. Be a real football show. FS1. Game 2 was Montana State versus Montana. That game was, I watched like the last half of that game. It was incredible. Montana State just ran it down their throat for like the last 6 minutes of the game. And they knew it was coming. Montana couldn't stop it.
That's the worst.
Yep. That stadium is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
That's
my favorite place that we ever played.
Yep. That was awesome. Southern Cal at Oregon. I don't know how Oregon's winning anything. They lost like half their offensive line. They have no wide receivers. They run the ball like
physical. They're physical. I told y'all that. I said Oregon's going to be physical against USC. They're going to hit them in the mouth. They're going to win.
You also said the game was going to go under.
Well, I didn't realize they were going to score that many points.
Dude, that dude for USC, the wide receiver, Lemon.
Yeah, Lemon.
He's a good player. Also, Dante Moore made a clutch throw late to the tight end, Sadiq. Absolute laser. Layered it between the linebacker and the safety over top, right up the seam. That was
the one that broke the over or the under.
That was a hell of a throw. So that was game 3, and then game number 4, the ACC. ACC is just, I don't even know what to compare it to at this point. It's so stupid. Pitt.
Nobody wants to win.
Absolute colossal chaos is what ACC stands for right now.
It is and people like this conference, nobody wants to win. It's a joke. I'm like, these games are incredible because you don't know who's going to win. There's instead of you got to get your brain out of this old college football mode of we need a dominant team and just be like, The ACC's nuts. I have no idea who's going to win out of the top teams. Nobody.
Look, speaking from the resident ACC fan of the group here, why do you think for my picks every week I left ACC and went to go pick SEC games?
Because they're predictable.
Because you never know in ACC what's going to happen. And like, I remember even looking at this, I was like, oh yeah, Georgia. I don't know. Pitt's
It's a
pretty
trap
dirty
game for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and I was like, nope, I'm not saying that. I'm not taking it. And
I was shocked. Georgia Tech's defense stinks. They were down 28-0 and then 28-14.5. They get the ball back, and then Haynes King pulls a Dak Prescott and throws a pick six. They're going in to score to make it 21-28 coming out of the half. And then he throws a pick six. It's 35-14, 14-point swing. Then Pitt runs a fake punt with 7 minutes to go, up 35-21.
I couldn't believe that.
What are you doing? Also, shout out to the guy who was in the stands who just brought his own football to the game. Showed a close-up while he had his own football.
He wanted to get some autographs at the end.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. Isn't that where J-Bot caught on fire? Yes. In Montana, I'll never forget.
I've been on mute. So what's worse, bringing your own baseball glove to a game as a grown man or bringing your own football to a game?
Bring your own baseball glove. Catch it with your bare hand.
Yeah.
Or in your beer cup.
Look, bringing your own football to a game is just a power move because nobody else is doing that.
Okay.
That's power move.
You can play catch with the guy in that next section.
Dude, I thought the head coach for Georgia Tech was going to have an aneurysm on the sideline. He adjusted his hat so many times that
it's like you when we got a new guest on.
Yes, like messed with my headphones, my hat, all that stuff. Last game of the day. But yeah, this story about J-Vi, we were standing on the sideline and I looked and I start smell like I either smelled or I think I smelled smoke.
Well, it happened after I went out there to kick a field goal and the field goal got blocked and it squirted off to the right. So I'm running over there and I think I'm going to get it. Like all I see is open field of snow, me and the ball. So I'm thinking I'm going to scoop and score. As I go to scoop, somebody comes from behind me and pushes me, and I slide from about the hash mark all the way to the bench because it had been snowing. And so I get there, and I'm like trying to get all the snow out of my jersey and my pants, and I'm freezing. I'm all shriveled up. So I'm like, I got to go stand by the heater. I put my sweatpants on. I stand by the heater, and AK comes over there. He's like, what's that smell? We looked down. My whole pant leg was caught on fire. It was like a
bowling ball in his pant leg.
It burnt my leg hair. It burnt my pants. I had a big hole in my pants. It was like the worst 5 minutes of my life.
Unbelievable.
Did you stop, drop, and roll with pads?
The thing about it is, like, what you don't understand.
We used the towels. We had to hit the towel. We got the towels.
The Montana's stadium, like, the fans are right on top of you, dude. Like, there is not like 6 feet from you in the fans. It's crazy. So, and then the final game was BYU at Cincinnati. BYU just bullied them.
Yep.
They just ran the football right down their throats. So, and BYU's defense is actually good. Their offense is not that great, but their defense can play with anybody.
It's Satterfield and Coach Glenn.
True. Also, shout out to BYU for your tight end being number 20 and your quarterback for being number 47. Shout out to that running back, too, the LJ Martin guy. He's a good back for BYU.
I love BYU's jerseys at night because that blue just pops.
It does. You're right. It's like neon blue. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Also, other football news before we get into our picks of the week. Yale beat Harvard. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Killed them.
Harvard was undefeated. Like, they were 9-0, having a historic season. They lose to Yale, and then Yale gets the auto bid for the first time ever for the Ivy League into the FCS playoffs.
Wow.
Never know, dude.
You got to peak at the right moment.
Shout out to Duke for running the fake field goal to beat UNC. Credit to us for putting them on the upset advisory. Kansas State.
Did you?
Yes,
dude. Yes. Duke's on it every week.
No, they were until they kept winning, and I was like, I can't stop. I can't keep putting them on there. And then I was like, finally, this is my chance to try to do it again, and they won again. Also, Kansas State, Utah. that game was insane.
Yeah.
The last 2 minutes was absolutely nuts. That quarterback for Kansas State sinks.
He blew it.
You've been saying that for 3 years.
Yeah, he's terrible. Can't throw. And
2
Oklahoma,
years, whatever it is.
He has a girl name.
Oklahoma, Missouri was a good game, I guess. Shout out to Oklahoma for wearing the unit.
No, it was not a good game. That was not a good game.
Get Missouri out of the rankings. They're done.
Yeah,
It's over.
they were outclassed from the beginning. Like I was like, okay, maybe maybe they're going to be okay, but it was
They
just
were running it
Oklahoma
down their
had to figure out
throat.
what to do. No, that was for like a drive. That was for a
Yeah.
drive.
Until I jinxed
Well, they
them.
blocked
I
the-
called it.
Oklahoma blocked
The
the
thing
field
that
goal.
that was the thing that changed everything. That blocked field goal and it was over. Like they couldn't overcome that.
Then there was like 5 seconds later, it was an 86-yard touchdown. So
And once that happened, all the wind left their sails. 7-3, the game was
Alabama-
over.
Alabama lost the title because
Mm.
Oklahoma now has 5 ranked wins.
Mm.
How about that?
It's probably that sign in their locker room that says all in.
Dude, the Friday AKC, I put FIU on the upset advisory playing Jacksonville State.
Wow.
I believed in you, man.
Is that
Come
senior
on.
night?
I don't know. No, I think it was, if FIU. Good point here. No bowl for Belichick. All right. It's time to get to it, boys. The college football pick'em contest, pick'em picks of the week. There's no running here, Tex, and there's no hiding. Okay? You and you alone are the least ball-knowing person on this podcast as far as college football goes right now. Because
That's
we
just
had our
this week.
CBS.
That's just this week.
We had our
That's
it's all we have
just
to
this
go
week's
by.
standings.
That's just saying,
we've been
you're
doing
as good as your last
we did this
game.
last week too. We did this
Good as
last
your
week too.
game. No, we didn't alternate. We went as a unit last week, and we said we're better as the sum of our parts, and not in. they
I
make
would
us
say.
Okay, sounds great.
whole. Mm-hmm.
that you
Oh, you're gonna
made
blame
all those
me?
picks. Yep, that was on you.
No, nope. So we start. Here we go. So we had the noon slate where we alternated, ladies and gentlemen. We had college football pick 'em at CBS. We don't pick the 15 games. We get 15 games and go through and we pick all the games. Early slate, we had Arizona -6.5. Check. We had Iowa State -4.5. Check. Blowout. Oklahoma, blowout. Miami, late cover, incredible. Shout out Miami. And then we had some sandbagger, some jabroni, some what's a who's it, who comes in here and says, you know what? Louisville, rebound game on the road against SMU, who's still in title contention. And they got shellacked. What do you have to say for yourself, J-Bye?
Well, I have to say, as I was playing the statistics, nobody in the ACC wants to win. Look at all the other favorites in the ACC that were picked other than Miami. I mean, Georgia Tech, they didn't win. So I went with the underdog. I was thinking SMU still in contention. What should they do here? Because they're in the ACC. They should fumble it. Louisville's going to beat them and just screw up everything else. So I went with how, if it was like, which one goes next? I picked the one that's supposed to go next. But it didn't happen. I was wrong.
Do you feel bad that we were 4-1?
No. Because I finished strong. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish, and I finished strong.
Do you have anything to add, Tex or Edge, of his pick to Louisville? We tried to warn you.
I told you no. Yeah, I tried to warn you, but you wanted to stand firm. So
you said ponies like 5 times. I remember that.
Yeah.
You picked them ponies.
Yeah.
And you didn't. You picked the Cardinals.
You would listen.
Winter, dude. Birds don't fly well in the winter.
They fly south. They were playing in
south.
Dallas.
I was about to say they fly more in the winter.
That's right. They're not. They go away from their home.
Yeah, Louisville was on the road in Dallas, which is south of Louisville. It all makes sense. I had the right. Look, it was the right pick. It was a bad game.
No, it wasn't the right pick. It was a terrible pick. They got beat by like 30. Next round, we had Houston. Bunch of scumbags playing not to lose the game. Losers. They lost. Who did they lose to?
TCU.
Yes, TCU.
The
Battle for Texas State
first ranked win by TCU since they made the college football playoffs.
The kicker missed 2 field goals. That's no excuse. But the coach got soft. The Wegman had a huge run to get him into position, and then they do inside zone. We're going to tie this thing and take it to overtime. The kicker, left, gone. He stinks. They lose. Unbelievable. Michigan, big
2 red teams lost.
That's right. It was not a day to be a red team. Michigan wins. They cover the 13.5. Kentucky, Tex. Whew, buddy. Oregon covered. They're 9.5. They beat the wheels off USC. And then ButchP picked Texas 10.5. They covered against Arkansas. But Tex, Kentucky.
Got throttled by Vandy.
That one, yeah, that was never even close. The other game though, the Georgia Tech game, I don't think any of us expected that to happen.
I did. It's a trap game for Georgia Tech. They play Georgia next week.
Well, Narduzzi did say.
And nobody wants to win in the ACC.
He said he didn't care about the Notre Dame game. He said, if we win the next 2, we're fine. We'll be right where we want to be. And he's right. The final round, BYU, they smoked Cincinnati. They were favored by 2.5. Tennessee, oh my God, did they beat Georgia? They beat Florida like crazy, dude.
Wait, didn't you have that as upset alert?
Yes, I did.
Who doesn't know ball?
We're the next slide is upset alert. It's upset advisory, by the way. It's not alert. Didn't you pick Nebraska when I sat here on the show and told you not to pick Nebraska without starting quarterback?
That was one of my worst picks I believe I've ever done in my life. That was I'm definitely regretted that. As soon as I saw the score on the stadium there, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat crow for this. And
you are. You came in here talking, blowing, huffing, puffing your chest.
He was like, what's going on? And I was like, I picked Penn State for this game, or I picked Nebraska for this game, and Penn State. You
cut it on and cut it off, didn't you?
I was like, dang it.
Yep. You got a chance to go 3-0.
I did, yeah. I know.
And then Butch P had Utah. They were favored by 16.5. The best part about the Utah game was they didn't cover, but they came back and won.
Yeah, and again, I think they covered the 16.5 in the second half. I mean, that should count. If you cover what the spread is in at least one of the halves, it should count.
Well, that's the same way with Houston and Utah. I mean, I was picking them to win, but they didn't cover the spread. So,
so overall, 9-6. So we're back to 500. So we're back to 15-15. We rallied.
You're welcome.
No thanks to Tex.
Hey, we got a great, as in the words of Maru, we got a great opportunity this week.
Shout out Utah State, by the way. Playing bully ball with Fresno. Shout out to their quarterback. He's a dog. Anything else on the college football pick'ems?
No.
Any final Tex? Do you need to give a state? What do we need to do? Do we need to
maybe get back on the horse? I mean, what is that? Like it was get back on the horse.
It's rivalry week. It's rivalry
well, I
week.
mean, you know, you decided that you and Jameis should switch from over and unders. What's next week? Like, if you stink up next week, are we just cutting you out of the pick'ems?
Yeah, I tell you what, if it's my fault and I have the worst record next week, I will take a 1-week hiatus. And Edgemond can pick all my picks.
Okay, so
just 1 week, yeah.
You bequeath your picks to Edgemond.
Yeah,
that means championship week.
It's basically the first round of playoffs. Yeah, that's right. Championship.
No playoff T.
That's right.
You're putting it on the line. You're putting the playoffs on the line.
You're putting the playoffs on the line.
You just can't have a losing record. The best thing about this is you can't have a 500.
I can't have the worst record.
Okay, fair enough.
So if I'm still above, if somebody goes 0-3, then I'm still good.
I do love this that you either have a losing record or a winning record. You can't. I love that. 3 is the perfect number.
That's usually how it goes.
Yes. Well, that's how the SEC goes in basketball season.
Unless you're Dallas, then you can tie.
Hey, boys. Upset advisory I thought we were hot. We were hot. We had the
Text.
first
Get
game.
him text.
We had
Tell him you don't know ball right now, Text.
No,
He
I do know ball.
He doesn't
No.
know ball. Listen,
I know ball.
AK is over here talking. I knew this was going to happen. I'm sitting there thinking he's about to do this, and he's about to have like a 1-5. And I was like, yep, there it is. AK doesn't know. You know what? If AK has less than a 500 record next week, I get to pick the upset advisory.
You're gonna be upset alert. You're gonna be upset advisory.
I'll be upset advisory.
Look at his record for the year, Tex. He's 27-45.
Well, it's worse now. It's 28-50. I didn't update it.
Word, dude. That's terrible.
That's
Picking all dogs. It's like
40. That's 48%. That's 48%.
You're just as bad as Bear was on ESPN College Game Day back in the day.
Upset alert. This is not picking the spreads.
It's the same thing.
No,
you're trying to call your shot and you're missing.
Yes, I'm saying I think these teams are going to get upset. This is different than just picking regular games.
No,
dude, Northwestern's hot right now. Dude,
don't try to lawyer yourself out of this. You dropped the ball.
Montana State's really. No wonder I forgot that they could run the ball on anybody, literally anyone. It doesn't matter. You could put the freaking Houston Texans out there. Montana State's going to run the ball for 250 yards.
I knew for a fact that 3 of these were not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I picked Florida State to be upset by NC State, and they were. NC State won that game, and I was like, here we go, 6-0 week incoming.
But
Minnesota misses a freaking field goal to tie the game against Northwestern. Wrong. Montana State crams it down Montana's throat. Wrong. Jack State, AKC, the fried memes. FIU, man. They lose. Jacksonville State lost. Come on. Tennessee, I chose them to lose. They got smoked. Tennessee, they smoked Florida. Duke, I put them on there like almost 5 weeks in a row. I think they rattled off 5 wins in a row and got back into the ACC title contention. I took them off the thing. They lose 5 in a row. I put them back on. They run a fake field goal. Beat UNC. Upset advisory needs a real gears changing. Anyways, that's upset advisory.
That's what happens when you let the committee, aka, pick games. It goes
upset, dude. They're all underdogs. I'm picking all underdogs. You know what?
That doesn't matter.
I'm gonna make a graph for you. All pick your own underdogs and let's see what happens.
All right.
Plus, the SEC was on bye week. They're playing,
Eastern Illinois. Yeah.
That didn't stop McAfee for picking Mercer to beat Auburn.
Yeah, see how that worked. Did he take upset advisory? Probably did. Probably has a burner account because he blocked us. He doesn't follow us anymore. Picks of the week. College football and NFL, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Tex gives us an over. I give you a spread to pick. J-Vi gives you an under. ButchP gives you a dog. And DYLON gives you a prop. And then Edge gives you a money line. Tex, take it away for your over of the week.
Tex, who knows ball?
Allegedly. You know overs. You do not know ball.
This is the points of Palooza. I do it from the gut, my football gut. Points of Palooza.
Yep.
And it was.
Both
of these teams usually put up points. Very bad defenses, but hey, hit the
I think
over.
it was in the 80s. Was the total? Like it wasn't even close. Shout out Tex. I gave you a spread.
Playing well.
ECU was playing well, but they got crushed by UTSA. The spread of the week was Oklahoma minus.
It's a real shame.
It is a shame. That is a shame because they were buying for the American spot.
It's because their bus broke down. Their equipment truck broke down on the way. They had to get a new.
So they had to
equipment
dodgeball that thing. They got the average Joes and the Whomstevers mixed up.
Should have had a Freightliner.
They were their steer wheel busted on their grip truck. Their steer wheel.
The steer wheel on their grip truck busted.
Yeah.
Dang, hope they didn't run out of brake fluid or blinker fluid.
Blinker fluid.
Shit, I messed the joke up. It was started with a B. I gave you Oklahoma minus 7.5 as your spread against Mizzou, and that was the biggest slam dunk of all time. Biggest slam dunk of my life. They're going to keep trotting Mizzou out there, bloodied and battered and be like, here's a ranked team for somebody to beat.
That almost didn't happen. I mean, Mizzou dropped a touchdown catch.
It doesn't matter. It happened. It was a lock. You just sitting up here at Mr. 5-9 now, Mr. Under USC at Oregon. Come on, tell the people what happened.
Look, I'm getting ready to get hot. Look, here's what happened.
You don't have any more time. There's no more games.
What happened was, sometimes it's not about where you're at, it's where you're from. And I forget that occasionally because I look at these two Big Ten schools playing in the Big Ten, physical, run it down your throat, ranked opponents vying to play in the Big Ten championship, having a chance to play in the Big Ten championship, making the playoffs. This is going to be a gritty, hard-nosed fought Big Ten football game. What I forgot was these were two Pac-12 teams playing. The Pac-12 just throws it all over the yard and runs up the score on everybody. So They put about 80 points on the board. And look, right play, bad game.
Look, you Scooby-Doo memed yourself when they take the mask off. It was Freddie taking the mask off, but it was like, oh, shit, there's a Pac-12 logo under there.
Yeah.
Yep. ButchP, we talked about that one on Wednesday's show with Buffalo plus 2.5 in Miami. They got blown out. DYLON got an overtime nugget from the Cardinals-Jags game where Brissett went over 239.5, so he moves to 9-5. Edge, the money line of the week.
Look, me and J-Vi both told you that Tennessee was going to walk the dog on Florida. This game was over at halftime, and for some reason we had the committee try to put them on upset alert. We tried telling you via text that was a terrible mistake. Don't do it. You still listen to yourself. Obviously, it was the easiest lock ever done, and I knew it, so you're welcome. And
you're welcome. Really?
No, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
It's okay. Look, trust your boys. Your boys will save you except for text.
The upset the upset advisory goes up I make the graphic every Monday or Tuesday night. If you see an upset advisory, I will put it on there. J-Vi's done it once, and I put him on there, and he went 1-1. So not even a winning record.
Yeah, I just like the way your record is going right now. I just like to watch you. It's like the Titanic. It's like a slow burn, and I'm just laughing the whole time. I'm
2-1 in the spreads for the pick'ems, and now I'm 7-7. So really, I don't have a losing record when I'm picking spreads. I'm picking upset advisories. I do have a losing record.
Yeah, upset advisory.
I don't know dogs. Maybe that's what it is.
That's what
You don't have that dog in you.
Maybe not.
I think a better analogy, Edgman, is that AK is in a wheelchair and he's parked his wheelchair on a fire ant nest, but he can't feel his legs. So he doesn't know he's there, and so he's about to get consumed by fire ants. That's
oh wow, wow.
Okay. Speaking of tire fire, AP poll came out. Really, no change in the top 12.
Dude, what are we doing with Miami? Like, you come on here and you're like, get Mizzou out of here, get there done. What are we doing with Miami? We say this every week. This is ridiculous now. Like, it's just stabbing
it
in the
eyeballs. They need it for Notre Dame. That's why they ranked that high.
I don't care.
It's a quality loss. Play the game, Edge.
I'm about to look it up, dude. This is how terrible these people don't know ball right now.
Ohio State,
Miami play this week.
Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia, Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Alabama, BYU, Vanderbilt, and then Miami is your 13th team.
They play Pitt.
North Texas and JMU are in there for the group of 5, and Tulane. And then Georgia Tech's 23, 24 is Pitt, 25 is SMU. That's the AP poll. Who cares? The real poll is this.
Miami, however, hold on, I'm not done yet.
Go ahead.
Miami, 1, 2, 3, 4, ranked 5th in the ACC. Okay, 5-2 record in the conference. Shout out 52, 9-2 overall, and yet they're ranked ahead of any other ACC team. However, hey, them boys from Pitt, they're playing next week. Might knock them out of the ranking altogether.
Notre Dame's rooting hard for that. Notre Dame is rooting hard.
Shambles.
We got a dandy of a football weekend this weekend too, boys.
Yes, we do. The graphic's going to be hot. Here's our top 12, ladies and gentlemen, after week 13, the college football playoff top 12. So whenever you're listening to this, know that this has the parameters of the top 12 in the college football playoff.
And I'm also going to say that I'm proud of you for this.
Hey,
because I was driving back when you were sending the text and you said, "Hey, who do I need to slide in from the ACC?" And I didn't read it till after I was unloading the camper, and I saw you answered your own question, and I was like, "Good move, good move."
Yep.
I'm proud of you.
Hey, look, somebody from the ACC is going to get in. We got Ohio State 1, Indiana moves up to 2, Texas A&M 3, Texas Tech 4. People hate that. They think Georgia should be up there, but yeah, right. Who cares? Oregon 6, Ole Miss 7, Notre Dame 8, Oklahoma 9, BYU 10, Virginia's 11 because ACC has to get in there. I mean, they say no, they don't, but if the ACC championship is going to be ranked and they're going to be in there. And then JMU's at 12, which we've been on for a month, but here comes part of my take and all those guys. JMU. I know they went there, but they haven't said anything about JMU until last week. Like literally nothing. But this is now some people will say, oh, why BYU over Alabama? Well, BYU is tied for first in the Big 12. Alabama is like fourth in the SEC. So around here, conference championships matter.
Why Ole Miss ahead of Oklahoma?
That could be, well, Ole Miss has one loss.
Okay.
Oklahoma has a nice resume. I agree.
Ole Miss beat Oklahoma.
There you go.
There's the answer. I like it.
So this is thought. This is not just mamby-pamby. Throw some logos up there. This is thought through. I almost put Michigan in there, and then
We're about to get a rematch. Texas Tech BYU.
Good, give it to me. And unfortunately, that'll be this is for a playoff spot because they want to put 5 SEC teams in, and that's why I put BYU in there. I'm not putting a 5th SEC team in the top 12. I'm not doing it. All the at-large bids cannot go to SEC schools. I'm sorry. You can't finish 5th.
I think this is a great playoff right here. This is good. This is one of your better ones. You finally whittled it down and got the right ones in.
I wanted to put Michigan in there because I was looking at their losses. They've lost to USC. Who else did they lose to?
That was first game of the season, right?
I can't remember.
No.
I wrote it in there.
They lost to Oklahoma at Oklahoma.
Yeah, there you go. So their 2 losses versus Alabama's 2 losses are better. So my Michigan should be ahead of Alabama. So I was going to put them in there. I was like, dang it. No, we got ACC needs a representative. They get one because Georgia
If
Tech
Michigan wins this week, do they play in the Big Ten championship?
I think so. That game's going to be huge, but
versus Indiana.
Is that one going to be on your upset alert, AK?
I don't know.
They've won 4 in a row.
Could be. Stay tuned. You don't want to be on that graphic. Maybe you do. We'll see who's favored. What do you think of this top 12, guys? Fair?
It's your better ones, yeah.
It's fair.
As my granddad used to tell my grandmama this, like whenever it was a decent meal that she cooked, she's like, "You didn't do too bad on that one. I'm proud of you." And that's exactly what you did here. You didn't do too bad on it.
See, it only took me 13 weeks to figure it out.
There you go.
Ohio State is a 10.5 point favorite at Michigan.
Upset alert. Upset advisory. Too late. Okay. That's the top 12. Now time for the fastest 15 minutes in sports where we just run through the NFL scores, the remainders that we didn't talk about, and pick out some notes and such as the Buccaneers continue to get throttled by the Rams. Okay, let's hit the electric guitar. Okay, here we go. Let's talk some NFL scores. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pittsburgh Steelers go on the road to Chicago and collapse in the second half as they fall to 6-5. And the Bears move to 8-3 as the Bears beat the Steelers 31-28. Everybody's going to be talking about Caleb Williams. There's hidden yards, and there's he's figured out ways to win that nobody else win, which is just like throwing and completing passes, and so on and so forth. He's 19-35, which was 52% completion, I think, which is about averages, just about. The guy is not an accurate thrower of the football, but he'll make 1 or 2 plays a game, and everyone's like, wow, look at this guy. What an arm. So they're trying to figure out where to give credit to. So there you go. The Bears win 8-3. Mason Rudolph threw a pick on the very first throw. Steelers. This is what I wrote down. Everybody's trying to figure out where to give credit to for Chicago. They were outgained by the Pittsburgh Steelers in yards. They were worse on third downs. Okay. The Steelers punted with 2 minutes to go, basically giving the game to Chicago. But here's
They got the ball back.
Yes. Here's the kicker. Chicago leads the league in plus 16 in turnover differential, and they have the best rushing offense. So there's why Caleb Williams doesn't get all the credit on our end, because the defense is leading the league in turnover differential, and they run the football almost better than anybody except for the Bills. That's where you give the credit to, not the guy who's completing 50% of his passes. Where I come from.
That's where I come from.
And the Steelers lost the division lead to the Ravens today. So
Bears are in first place in their division, though.
they are. They're about to
Their
be
division stinks.
Yes. They're about to be second. The NFC's 2 seed, I think, maybe ahead of the Eagles. I'm not sure, because the Rams are about to be 1. So the 49ers have a win over the 1 seed. How about that? How about that, college football playoff? All right. Patriots on the road. He said, how many hidden yards did Williams have today? I don't know, dude.
Hasn't come out yet.
I'm sure Dan Orlovsky will find some way to give Caleb Williams all the credit. It's hilarious. It's so funny. The Steelers were they gave that game away. But anyways, Patriots beat the Bengals 26-20. And there were 2 pick sixes in this game in the first half. That's all I had written down. Nobody really wanted to win this game. The Bengals had a chance to win it late, but
yeah, like I said, I mean, Joe Flacco was throwing it all over the yard to the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th string wide receivers. I mean, everybody was out for the Bengals.
But Joe Flacco throws a catchable ball. Josh Allen doesn't. He tries to rocket it in everywhere. That's the problem.
This is not about Josh Allen. We're talking about the Bengals and the Patriots. You have a weird obsession with Josh Allen. You want to bring him into every conversation.
Because you were saying that, insinuating
he wishes he was the quarterback.
No,
I know he does.
No,
he has more game-winning drives than Brock Purdy.
We have questions. He blames everybody else on the football team but Josh Allen, and then he comes on.
I didn't say anything about Josh Allen. I was giving Flacco credit for doing what he did today with the 5th and 6th, 7th string wide receiver.
Yeah,
I was
you gave a whole monologue 45 minutes ago about the Bills. How Joe
that was 45 minutes ago. We're talking about the Pats and the Bengals.
That's okay.
Look at
you. Look at you.
Okay,
look at you.
Josh Allen's name out your mouth.
I don't want to see Josh Allen complainers or truthers whenever he goes up there and throws for 80 yards and a half.
Truthers or complainers? Which one is it?
Come out and say that the Bills don't have any weapons.
I love how somebody just pulls a pin and a grenade and all of a sudden it just explodes. And we go from talking scores to Josh Allen.
Well, Josh Allen, but Joe Flacco throws a catchable ball. Josh Allen doesn't. It's a fact.
I was
his arm angles are great. It's always in a tight window.
Josh Allen throws a runnable ball.
That's right.
Right. Josh Allen throws an MVP ball.
Josh Allen
there you go. That's what they do. Oh, look at my MVP. Great, dude. Name on the back.
Brock Purdy doesn't have an MVP.
True or false?
Brady's played a Super Bowl.
Lead the league in yak or not?
Who's?
Josh Allen's.
No.
Do they lead the league in yak?
No.
Good point, BMO. He said a lot of important injuries on the Patriots. Yeah, I think, did they lose Will Campbell? Somebody
he went down. He didn't come back.
Not good.
Hang on. I'm going to see if I can find this out.
Next game. Go ahead.
The receivers don't. I mean, Shakir might be close, but that's the only one. Like, none of the other receivers have
Shakir's good with he's good after the catch. They got to figure out better ways to get him the football. Giants, Lions. The Giants went into Lions and got up on the Giant or on the Lions. What was it, 20-17 at half? They just couldn't hold on. But Jameis,
they've done that a lot this year. They've started hot and then they've blown the lead.
Hey,
Gibbs is
we're outside, but we inside, or we inside, but we outside.
Look, I just gave you crap for bringing up Josh Allen, but I'm going to say this. Jameis Winston walked so Josh Allen could run because Jameis Winston is an athlete. I mean, he had a touchdown catch today where he pretty much came back and mossed the guy, and then he juked him and stiffed arm him and scored a touchdown. And it's like Jameis was doing that in college too. He would run around, make plays, and do stuff. He's a gunslinger. Like with Jameis, you're like, all right, I'm probably going to have 2 interceptions today, but I'm going to have 2 or 3 ridiculous plays that are going to keep us in the game too. That's how I feel when I watch Josh Allen. So Jameis Winston walked so Josh Allen could run.
It's like everybody before this is like talking about yes. The Giants were 10.5 point underdogs, but everybody, like we were talking last night, it's like it's Jameis Winston. Some magic's gonna happen. First, they throw a first drive flea flicker. He throws a bomb to Wan'Dale Robinson in the back of the end zone. But and then Jahmyr Gibbs
he's unreal.
That guy he had 26 touches for 260 plus yards and 3 touchdowns.
Unreal.
They try to get him the ball at any point. I don't know how the Lions. They're not making a run. They're not. It's over. But this game was electric. This game was a lot of fun. Overtime winner, Giants win, Lions win, but the Giants did cover. So, also, it was very weird that Russ Wilson was the captain for overtime.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Look at the screen. I'm like,
he has a C on his jersey.
He loved that. I'm surprised he didn't have his camera crew behind him.
The Bills are 3rd in yak.
Wow.
So he does throw a runnable ball.
He throws a runnable ball.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you hate to hear that. You hate to hear that. Who's first?
Steelers.
Who's second?
Lions.
Wow.
And then the Bears.
Josh Allen is in the same breath of Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, and Caleb Williams. Mr. Yak.
Hey. And the Raiders are 5th.
Mr. Yak Daniels, Geno Smith. That's the company you keep, Josh Allen.
That's right. People be writing when you don't write back.
Right.
Hey, we're not inside, but we're outside. What do you say?
Next game.
We're not outside, but we're inside.
We're not outside, but we're inside.
How can you be a player about to start a game and your quarterback says that? You're just like
somebody says something after they're like, tell us. Yeah, tell us.
Oh, hey.
Did he bring his briefcase to this game?
Unbelievable. Seahawks beat the Titans 30-24. That was the only thing you have to say about this game is Jackson Smith and Jigba's out. He's outrageous.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Buffalo Bills are saying I had it wrong. I had yak per completion. Yak yards. The Lions are first and Bills are second. Runnable ball.
Wow.
This sounds like Super Bowl to me.
Tables have turned. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what an effort by the Titans to cover. They were plus 13.5. They never quit, and they covered. If you bet the Titans, good for you. Also, shout out to the punt returner for Tennessee. That's his second punt return in 3 games for a touchdown. And JSN has the most receiving yards in a season for Seattle, and there's still like 5 games left. Crazy. All right, boys, here we go. Colts, Chiefs. Big time game. CBS.
Colts just fell apart at the end. But it's Daniel Jones. What do you expect?
Well, that's the thing. Everybody who's in the Chiefs corner is looking at it and be like, oh, see, the Chiefs took down the Colts. And it's like, you're the same person that built the Colts up to say they're the real deal. And it's like, it's Daniel Jones.
Well, I think, too, if you're a Colts fan, I'd be concerned that Kareem Hunt had 30 carries for 104 yards.
Like DeForest Buckner's out, which is a problem.
Yeah, well, yeah, but, the Chiefs don't run the football. They run little screens and gadget plays as their run plays because they can't run the football very well.
Yeah.
So the fact that they got 100 yards rushing out of a running back is I would be worried if I was the Colts.
How long? So Mahomes he's not playing that well. He threw for like 300 yards, but he had 1 INT, and that was pretty much it. He got sacked late in the game. at the end of regulation. He got sacked on 3rd and goal to tie it. And then Tony Romo's out there saying he's got to stay in the pocket. He's just processing information too fast. He's seeing all 5 routes at once, and he's just not letting the ball go. And it's like, what are you talking about, Romo? He's too advanced. He's gone too far. He's an idiot, dude. But the Colts blew it. They had 14 unanswered in the 4th quarter in overtime. You just can't do that. At some point, you got to put some points on the board if you're the Colts. It's supposed to be this prolific offense we keep being told about. So they're about to have a free fall, I think. I picked the Jags to win that division, and that seems terrifying. So anything else on the Colts and Chiefs?
No.
Colts are back in it. Thanksgiving games and be a lot. Ravens, I don't know what's going on with them. They stink. They win 23-10, though. They're back in first. Okay. Browns, Raiders. Shedeur Sanders. Grade him.
I didn't see any of the game. I saw the one throw that looked like he did the combine throw where they roll it out and throw it on the run to the 10-yard line to a receiver running down the field. I saw he made that throw. That was the only thing I saw.
That set up the touchdown. And then he had a screen pass that went like 60 yards to the house. So most of his yardage came on the screen pass.
The first Browns rookie quarterback to win their first game in like 50 years.
I'll give him credit. It's not like, it's the Raiders, but the dude played okay.
They had the same record going into this game.
Yeah. So he was 11-21. Not great. Interception and a touchdown. The real question about this game was we completely forgot that Las Vegas O-line stinks and Myles Garrett was an absolute monster. He had 3 sacks again.
Jeez.
Crazy. And Pete Carroll has the biggest headset microphone in the game.
Trying to cover up his mouth from chewing.
I saw that thing and I was like, "What the hell, dude?" It looked like a one of those what's the cornucopia thing that you paint for Thanksgiving? What is that thing called, Tex? Where you pour all the fruit in
the cornucopia.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like one of those things.
I was sitting here thinking, I was gonna wait to talk about it again in a minute, but I'm gonna say it now. If Josh Allen is second in the league in yak, does that mean he can't throw the long ball?
He's always been bad at throwing the long ball.
He's a dude he would be Ichiro and not Barry Bonds. Just get on base. That's what he does. And then the Saints and Falcons game, I didn't hardly watch any of that game. Just don't trust the Falcons to do anything. You can't. You just can't.
I was watching them because it was on. I had the 4 box on, so I was trying to watch the Shedeur game, but I never could really pay attention to it because of the Cowboys. But I was watching some of the Saints and Falcons, and Kirk looked okay.
Yeah, they ran 13 personnel like 60% of the time. So they were like, okay. "You're not going to hit our quarterback because we have nobody else."
Nope, he looked okay. Bijan struggled.
Odd. Very odd.
Can be in first.
Well, he couldn't get through. It's like he couldn't get through the line because I remember there was one play where he tried to go through the line and had to go backwards almost to try and get around, but he just struggled.
Bijan. The weirdest game, dude, of the day was the Jags and the Cardinals. Dude, Trevor Lawrence stinks. I'm sorry.
Easy.
No.
No.
He had a strip sack that got picked off by a dude that turned into a touchdown. He was 3 of 8 for 51 yards in the first half. He then threw a red zone interception when it was 10-14. They could have had the lead. Then he threw another interception. And then Liam Cohen, whenever it's 4th and 1, they're up 3 with a minute left from the 15 of Arizona. He decides to go for it, and they throw a fade ball into the corner. Lawrence had 4 turnovers, dude. He kept giving the ball back to the Cardinals. At this point, I don't know how they keep winning games. I have no idea how they're 7-4 Because when you watch them, you're like, I don't know. I don't get it. So he stinks. He stinks. Shout out to Jacoby Brissett, another 300-yard game.
Is Chris Collinsworth retiring? I don't have my volume up. 500th broadcast. Okay, never mind.
I don't know.
That was a whole weird montage.
Oh, it's his 500th broadcast.
Yeah. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? Did he say he's retiring or what? But that was a weird thing.
But anyways, Jags win. They're 7-4. So, and that's the fastest 12 minutes. All right. Anything else, boys? I did have a couple of hang the banners, but it's up to you if we want to do that or not.
I'm going to bed.
Okay. Agreed.
I forgot what my hang the banner was, and even
Cowboys are the best 5-5-1 team in the league.
I know what it is. This guy in the NBA, Alex Sarr, said you shouldn't rake the leaves in your yard. The leaves act as habitats for beneficial insects and break down into nutrients that strengthen the soil.
And kill your ass.
That's dumb. That's best say that's dumb.
What do you mean?
Mulch you can leave some mulched up in your yard, but don't just leave your grass cover. It's gonna kill your grass.
Exactly.
Yeah, right, dude. Also,
do it.
Shout out to the steak I got from Harris Teeter. It's on sale. Shout out to the CO Stats for cluing me in.
What about Oklahoma drills?
Oh yeah, I put it in here somewhere. There you go. The new Australian sport has one rule: running another human at max velocity. I didn't do the video.
Straight rugby players doing Oklahoma drills. Incredible. Like, I'm talking about there's people going unconscious, seeing Tweety birds flying around. If you watch,
it looks like AK in the national championship game trying to tackle that Delaware guy.
I got held up, and then somebody came and just
ripped his helmet off.
The last dude. Yeah, I got my helmet knocked off. Got teed up, dude. Man, we were up.
I'm gonna tell you what, though, if you could find this video, it's well worth a watch. Like it's definitely motivating. It's grown men, some of them 300 pounds or greater, just colliding.
Dude,
my body's sore after watching that video.
Yeah.
It's man, that was so motivating. And
I told
we were talking earlier. I was like, like my
collarbone would look like Kirby Smart's clapping. Straight up in the air. They look like uprights.
It's motivating, but literally I was like, God, I could just feel the impact in my back. I can't even stand up when I get off the couch right now, you know. Hey, great show tonight, guys. Great weekend of football.
Hey, we'll figure out what we're gonna do about the Thanksgiving show. But
I won't be on Wednesday.
I thought we could maybe do it Tuesday.
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
All right.
Go Bills.
Go Niners.
We love football.
Go Tigers.
Cowboys.